I'm reading about reptilians, and I wonder how people can believe that, because I don't have any evidence of reptilians. And if they're making a mistake, what kind of a mistake are they making? How can they believe that? Because they're not totally stupid, they're smart people. You can't prove a negative. Okay, let me read this here. Reptilians, also called reptoids, reptiloids, or draconians, are purported reptilian humanoids that play a prominent role in science fiction as well as modern UFOlogy and conspiracy theories. The idea of reptilians on Earth was popularized by David Icke, a conspiracy theorist who says shape-shifting reptiles, the class Reptilia, are an evolutionary grade of animals comprising today's turtles, crocodilians, snakes, lizards, tuatara, as well as many extinct groups. Huh. The tuatara are reptiles endemic to New Zealand, in which, although resembling most lizards, are part of a distinct lineage order, Rhynchoencephala. Interesting. So, David Icke says shape-shifting reptilian people control our world by taking on human form and gaining popular power to manipulate our societies. Well, is there a group of people who seek to control our world and gain political power and manipulate our society? Yeah, but he's grouping them into shape-shifting reptilian people. So there are other people that say that one ethnic group or another is doing that, or one political group or another reptilian. But I've also heard some accounts by people who have some credibility in other areas that are also saying this. I don't know, it's very strange. Now, I know that there are various kingdoms of, of let's see, fish, animals, let's see, birds. Reptilian. But how could a reptilian speak? Of course, in the Bible, you had the serpent speak. You have two animals in the Bible that spoke. One of them was Balaam's donkey, who warned him that there was an angel there trying to take his life with a sword. And then there was the serpent who tempted Eve in the Garden of Eden. And there's this doctrine that's esoteric and not mainstream that says something along the lines that the reptilian kingdom fell and Lucifer, the serpent, was in charge of it. And when before that, reptiles spoke and walked, and after that they were cursed and forced to crawl on the ground in the dust. So it's strange. It is claimed on multiple occasions that many of the world leaders are or are possessed by reptilians ruling the world. Now these shape-shifting reptilians also can possess people. Like, it sounds like they're demonic in form, but if it's a reptile, that would be a primitive life form. Maybe it's just the physical body. Maybe they're seeing into the physical, into the spirit world, and they're just seeing a body or an odd spirit or something. This is weird. Alien abduction. Alien abduction narratives sometimes allege contact with reptilian creatures. One of the earliest reports was that of Ashland, Nebraska police officer Herbert Shermer, who claims to have been taken aboard a UFO in 1967 by humanoid beings with a slightly reptilian appearance, who wore a winged serpent emblem on the left side of their chests. See, the left is the physical, the right's the spiritual in the Bible. According to British writer David Icke, 5 to 12 foot tall, blood-drinking, shape-shifting, now they're blood-drinking, reptilian humanoids from the Alpha Draconia star system, now hiding in underground bases, are the force behind a worldwide conspiracy against humanity. See, this sounds like something you would read in a sci-fi novel. He contends that most of the world's leaders are related to these reptilians. Well, if people were related, there would be a lot more than just politicians being related, including George W. Bush of the United States and Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom. Well, those are the same people that are accused of these mind control experiments, which seems more realistic than this. Icke's conspiracy theories now have supporters in 47 countries. American writer Vicky Santillano included it in her list of the 10 most popular conspiracy theories, describing it as the wackiest theory she had encountered. Okay, it can be things can be wacky and still true. Like, if you really believe that the serpent talked to Eve, or if you believe that the donkey talked to Balaam, that's wacky too, but that's in the Bible. Can wacky things happen in this real world? Yeah. 4% of registered voters believe in David Icke's ideas. I don't know, man. I'm thinking I don't see any evidence, but then again, you can't prove a negative. So skeptical interpretations. Skeptics who adhere to the psychosocial hypothesis of UFOs argue that the reptilian mythos originates from a series of science fiction television movies. Okay. You see, in the Bible, in the Genesis chapter 6, it talks about the sons of God came down and took the daughters of man as their wives, and they had the offspring were giants, these giants were half angel and half human. They were the mighty men of old, according to some interpretations. And there's also this thought that UFOs are being discounted by the governments of the world, but they're planning to show that UFOs and aliens are true, but the aliens are really that kind of a creature, some kind of a being that has demonic influence or demonic nature. And this whole reptilian thing seems to parallel that. So, are there real giants in the world? Yeah, even Abraham Lincoln said that, has quotations where he talked about giants in America, giant skeletons that have been found. And there are pictures, there are some Photoshop pictures, but there are some other pictures that appear to be true before Photoshopping came around. And there are accounts in history talking about these skeletons being taken to the Smithsonian Museum, and then they're disappearing because people don't want, there's a group of people that don't want people to believe that kind of a thing. I don't know what their agenda is. What do you think? I'd like to hear what you think.